Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video where I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup using only Essence products. So it's going to be makeup from only the brand Essence. We have foundation, concealer, primer, bronzer, blush, eyeshadows, eyeliner, and mascara. I also got a lip liner and a lip gloss. A couple of these things are new that they just launched, like the new foundation they recently launched, as well as the concealer from the same Keep Me Covered line. So I have a bunch of new stuff, and if you're interested in this type of video, then we're gonna get started. I do just also want to say I spent about $68 and a few cents on everything I purchased, and in a minute we'll go over everything that I have. So let's get started. So today we're gonna try out the foundation and the concealer from the Keep Me Covered line they just came out with. Okay, I just want to start already because I'm excited to try out all of this makeup. I hate having hair in my face when I do makeup, so I had to pull it back. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to use is this primer. This is the Hydro Hero Primer 48-hour hydrating with hyaluronic acid and cucumber extract. It says it is vegan on the back, and I'm going to show you the texture of this. Ooh, I like this little nozzle it comes with. Do you guys see that? So it comes out white, and I love this nozzle. It smells really fresh and clean and feels very lightweight and hydrating. So we're just going to put that all over the face and use that as our base today. Wow, very pleasant smell. Not very strong. It just smells nice, fresh, and clean, as I said. Not tacky or anything. It just feels very hydrating on the skin. And I'm going to take a little more and put some on my forehead. Wow, this actually feels so good. Seems like it's absorbing into the skin pretty quickly. Zoomed you in just a bit, so we're gonna go ahead and start with foundation now. You guys know I love doing my face first. The shade that I got is number 40 Alabaster, so I really hope this one is going to match me. Oh my god, look at this packaging. Wait, am I dumb? Hold on. I got excited for a second. I thought it was like a wand, but in reality, I just unscrewed it. But it is a pump. So we're gonna take a little bit of this foundation on the back of my hand. I'm so excited for this because I did see a couple of reviews already, and it looks promising. So I feel like this is gonna be light. All right, let's do this. Let's take a little bit of this and apply it onto my skin. It honestly might match me. I may just have to do a little more bronzer. And I thought I got a shade a little light. You guys, that's funny. I literally was gonna go lighter. Thank God I didn't. So definitely be careful with matching yourself, because it seems like the problem that everybody has. Every video I've watched, almost everyone color matched themselves incorrectly. So let's zoom you in a bit more so you can really see how this is applying. It feels lightweight and it's giving medium coverage, I think. I really don't want to mix it with another foundation just because I truly want to see how this is going to wear. But we're gonna see, because I look a little crazy because I think it's a little too light for me. I need like a shade darker. Oh god, I should have gotten 2 shades. What was I thinking? But I do like how it's applying so far. Very light, not a thick consistency, and it's giving, as I said, medium coverage. I don't know that it would build to full coverage. Let's see what the bottle says. It says long-lasting foundation, transfer, and waterproof. It doesn't say anything about coverage or anything like that. On the back it says silky lightweight texture with a smooth matte finish, medium to high coverage for up to 16 hours with aloe vera. It's waterproof, shake well before use, which we didn't do. Oops. But I'm gonna do one more pump, and we're gonna do, as you're seeing here, a combination of brushes and sponges, just because that is how I like to apply my foundation. I definitely look very light, but that's okay. We are going to hopefully fix this situation. I'm just gonna go over my eyes a little bit also, just to cover up anything. I think it looks really good, you guys. What do you think? I am not noticing that it's catching onto anything. It definitely doesn't have a glowy finish, but it also doesn't claim to have a glowy finish, more of a matte. I think my skin looks like skin, and more of definitely like a matte and satin finish on the skin. Let's move on to concealer and see how that's going to apply. I definitely heard some great things about the concealer as well. I got mine in the shade Fair. This says it's also with aloe vera, no added fragrance, silicones, mineral oil, and it's also vegan. It comes with a doe foot applicator, which I'm going to show you on the screen so you guys can see. So let's apply a little bit underneath my eyes. I think the concealer is like a better match than the foundation. I'm loving the applicator. It's very like flexible. Let me show you close up. The applicator is very like flexible and bouncy, as you can see, which I personally love. A good flexible applicator. The concealer may just save the day. Let's blend this out and see what it's going to look like. So the concealer also has about medium coverage. I would not say that it has full coverage. It's also not a very thick consistency, and it feels more so lightweight, very lightweight actually. A very thin and a very blendable formula, blends super easy. I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer in a couple of different areas. This is, as I said, the shade Fair, and I think it matches me really well. I actually think if the foundation was a little bit darker and matched my neck and my body more, this concealer would be absolutely perfect. I would love to try it with a different foundation, but I feel like it doesn't do a whole lot for me in terms of coverage for under my eyes. I feel like I still have my under eye darkness peeking through, but we're gonna leave the skin at that. Let's move on to some blush. So I purchased this blush here. It is the Baby God blush in the shade Rose All Day number 30, and when I swatched it on the back of my hand, it seemed like it was pretty pigmented. I'm going to take my blush brush, and I'm actually going to pick up a little bit from the container itself rather than applying it onto my skin straight away, and let's see how it blends. Ooh, it has like a kind of like a pineapple, or watermelon actually. It has a fruity scent, and I mean it's strong but not super strong to a point where I'm like, I don't want to apply this onto my skin. But yeah, it has a very pleasant fruity smell. If you like that, then you may like this. If you don't like scents in your products, then this probably will not be good for you. But you guys, this is blending so beautiful. Do you see this? Okay, I am very pleasantly surprised at the blendability of this, how natural it looks, how easily it blends. It's super creamy and very pigmented. Also, I could build this up and up. You could totally make it look super natural or more pigmented. Wow, this cream blush is definitely a win. I'm very impressed. That looks so pretty. Let's move on to setting the face. For powder, I only purchased one, and it is the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I'm actually going to use this brush here. If you guys remember, Taylor Wynn did this collab with Sigma. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit from the container just like this, and we're going to just set under my eyes. This is a brush that works really well under the eyes, and you guys can see how nice that just blurred my under eyes. Let's zoom you in a little bit. I'm going to do the other side so you guys can see a little more. I'm picking up some more powder. I'm putting it underneath my eyes. It definitely has a blurring effect. I'm looking in the mirror now close up, and I feel like my pores are very blurred. However, I am noticing a little bit of dryness like around my nose here that the foundation is clinging onto. So I don't like that, but this powder is blurring my pores. Wow, okay. I'm gonna put it on my chin and a little bit on my T-zone. And for the rest of my face, I'm going to take a brush that's a little bit fluffier and apply this all over the rest of my face very lightly just to set everything before we go in with bronzer. Okay, let's move on to bronzer. Here I have the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. It says for deeper skin, but like this is so light that I don't think this is for deeper skin, but that's what it says. On the back it says the color is number 3 Chocolate Sundae. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and tap it in there, and let's see at the color payoff. It has a very light scent of you know, the Physicians Formula bronzer. So that one, the one that smells like pineapples, like a pina colada, this has a very similar scent, just a little bit lighter. I mean, the color is good for me and my skin tone, and I'm not a deep skin tone, obviously, so I don't know why it says that on the packaging. But this looks like a very matte bronzer. It doesn't have doesn't have any shimmer or anything like that. It's more so on the matte side. And as you can see, it's definitely saving the day by making my skin look not so white, ghostly white anymore, because that foundation was definitely too light for me. I actually really like the bronzer. I like the way it looks. I like the shade of it. Let me look closer into the mirror. You guys, I love the texture of my skin. Besides the nose part, I think my skin looks beautiful. And this bronzer also looks amazing on. But this has just the most natural look and feel. As I said, matte, which is how I like my bronzers. I really don't like my bronzers to be shiny or anything like that. So, and you can see how that looks on my skin. I really like this a lot. I actually have one more blush I picked up. It is the Pure Nude Baked Blush from Essence. I believe these are new. I got mine in the shade Cool Coral number 7. I just want to try this out, so let's add a little bit more blush. So I'm going to pick up just a little bit. It has really good color payoff. You can see that here. So I'm going to tap off a little and apply it onto my cheeks. This is very, very pretty. The color payoff is so nice. You really don't need that much, and it's showing up really beautiful on. I really like this. This is a win also. Blushes are great today. And let's quickly do my eyebrows. You guys know I really don't fill in my eyebrows that much, but I love a good brow gel. Here we have the Essence Fix It Like a Boss Transparent Brow Fixing Gel, and it says it is extra strong. This is my first time ever seeing it or using it. This is what the wand looks like, nice and clear. Let's zoom you in, and let's apply this onto my brows. They have another one I've used actually, and I really didn't like that one because it really did nothing for my brows. You know what I'm talking about. It's the clear and blue packaging. I don't like that one. This one feels a lot better. I'm actually loving the brush. I love how thin it is, and it's really combing through my brows so nicely. Let's give it a minute to dry and see how it's going to dry down. Let's do the other one. And it also looks like very stringy when you pull it out of the packaging, so I think this is gonna have a great hold. Let's do the other brow. I'm loving this applicator. I think this is my favorite brow gel applicator ever that I've ever used, and I've used like Hourglass, Anastasia, NYX, Kosas, Benefit. I've used them all, and I'm loving how this feels. Wow, this might be a favorite. We'll see how this dries down and how this wears. A little coffee break. For the eyes, today I picked out a little palette. These are new from what I understand, and it is the Dancing Green eyeshadow palette. They had a bunch of different colors, and I decided to go with the green because I always just do the same thing, browns, and that's kind of boring, I think. So I decided to branch out of my comfort zone and try something new. I will say I'm loving the packages. First of all, it's like the size of a credit card. Here's in comparison to my hand, and it has a mirror, little mirror, as you can see here, which is so nice and convenient, and it's really good quality. It feels like it is like plastic and stuff, but I love that this has a mirror. So these are our shade options, so let's go right into doing my eye makeup. First, I'm going to take the lightest shade in the palette, this light one here, place that underneath my brow bone. Ooh, okay. So these eyeshadows, well, this white one in particular is very like a satin finish. It's not completely matte, which is nice. So I'm just placing that under the brow bone and kind of like in my inner corner area to brighten that up. It does have quite a bit of kickback, I will say that. Maybe I'm too aggressive, but it does have some kickback. You can see here, not too much, but it definitely has some. But that doesn't bother me with eyeshadows at all. But just so you guys know. And I'm gonna go in with this brown shade here, and we're going to place the brown shade in the crease. It's not like a brown shade, it's more of like an olive tone. Yeah, it's definitely more of like an olive tone. But we're just going to gently blend that into the crease. These blend so nice and the color payoff is really great so far. I'm excited to see what the shimmers are going to look and feel like. But so far the mattes are pretty good actually. We'll do the same thing on the other eye. Yeah, the color payoff is really, really great. You don't need too much. I'm very impressed with these eyeshadows right now. But I decided to try the green just because I never do color and green should go very well with brown eyes. So I wanted to try something new. And because I don't do a whole lot of eyeshadow, I'm starting to realize I really don't have that many eyeshadow brushes. It's all like in my kit. So for myself, I literally have like 3. So we're just going to try and make this work with whatever brushes I have. Okay, next we're gonna go into this dark green color. I'm going to try to be very gentle because, as I said, the color payoff seems to be really great. And we're gonna place that on the outer half of my eye. Just get a little bit more. I don't remember the last time I've used drugstore eyeshadows. Everything I own is high-end, so right now I'm like my mind is like blown, and maybe I should branch out into some more drugstore eye palettes. So I'm just blending it kind of into the crease and outer corner and onto the lid a little bit too, actually. And I'm going back in with a fluffier brush and just kind of blending this out a bit more. And same thing on the other eye. My lips are so dry, I can't wait to put lip gloss on or something. Just patting this in at first, and then we're going to blend this out. And in onto the lid. It's getting like a little patchy. I don't know if that's me not setting down because my eye was like sticky from foundation or what that's from. But we're gonna just make this eye look even. So place that and then blend this out. Now the fun part, let's try some of the shimmers. First we're going to try this lighter green shade here, and I'm actually going to pick it up with my finger. This is what that color looks like. So let's try this on my eye. The color payoff is really nice. They're not like a foil eyeshadow by any means, but the shimmer is actually decent. It's not as sparkly as I would like for it to be, but the color is there, and I think that's what matters. I actually want to try this green now, so let's pick up a little bit of that with a brush this time and just blend it in with the green. It's actually applying super nice with a brush as well. A brush or your finger, and the colors are really nice. I love how they look. So now with the darker green, just because I really want to try it, I'm going to take a little bit and place it on. Ooh, look at how pigmented that is. That's like one little swipe I did. Okay, I'm placing that one, the darker green one, on the outer half, or kind of like towards the middle. That's such a pretty green, that darker one. It looks so nice. But I feel like I'm making a mess, you guys. This is why I don't do eyeshadows on myself. One last time, I'm taking a fluffy brush and mixing it all in, and I feel like I look like I have a black eye. Let's see. Our brows feel so nice, not like sticky and crispy or anything like that, but they feel like a very nice soft hold. Let's move on to a little bit of eyeliner. We're going to do a small wing with the Essence Princess liner. I got the black and waterproof version. So this is normally something that I don't prefer because to me it looks like a little bit too thick, like the applicator itself. But we're going to see and find out how this is going to work for our little wing. Alright, so I'm going to start in the middle of my eye and pull out into... I mean, this is definitely workable with the tip, but I feel like you're not going to use that thick part. It is black, but not like jet black how I like it. I'm applying a little more pressure to see. So this is our wing. This is a really nice tip actually, like the very pointy part of it, but I prefer something a little bit skinnier overall. You can see the wing that I did, but also it is not as black as I would like for it to be. I definitely prefer something a little bit darker, I think. You see how fat I just made that? It's not very comfortable, and I think because it's so short, I don't have a lot of space to hold it. You have to concentrate and really be careful, unless you're used to like something like this. Alright, so here we have the liner. It looks horrible. I'm not happy with it at all, and I love doing wings on myself, but this just looks so bad. I did a very bad job. And it just looks messy underneath too. Just a little much for my liking, but that's okay. It's just, I think this type of short little applicator is just not my vibe, but it could work for somebody else. Alright guys, let's do the mascara now. We have the What the Fake Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. Never tried this one, so let's go right in and try it out. I'm gonna do my right eye first and see what this mascara does. So I'll do one coat and I'm gonna layer maybe up to 3 because that's usually what I do with mascara. Currently my favorite one is the L'Oreal Telescopic and L'Oreal Lift mascara. I go between those two at the moment. Okay, so it's giving a little volume, not so much length, I wouldn't say. What do you guys think? Yeah, the volume is there, I feel like, but the length, not so much. I'm gonna let that dry maybe. Let's do the other eye and then we'll do this one again. Same thing. It's not clumping, which is good. My cat just got on the table. That's just great. Here he is, interrupting my filming session. Yeah, you guys, I don't see any length. Like a little bit of length is there, but my lashes are super long when I use the L'Oreal Telescopic. It layers nicely. Maybe if you already have like longer lashes, you would like this, but not so much. Let's do the bottom lashes. I'm not really gonna do any eyeshadow, I don't think. Actually, let me add a little bit. So I'm gonna mix like these two colors here and just do a little bit of shadow under my eyes so it's not completely bare. It's hard to do the lower lashes with this because it has a little bit of like clumpiness on it, if you guys can see that. So the clumps are like immediately catching on to like my skin and stuff, and it's not, you see like here, and it's not really doing anything. Okay, my eye is stinging. All right, I'm gonna stop here because this eye is like stinging. I have to remove that little clump. Okay guys, a very exciting part now. We're gonna do the lips finally. I've been waiting for this. So we're gonna do this lip liner here. This is the 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. Mine is in the shade Soft Beige, number 3. So let's apply this to my lips and see how it feels. Gliding on super easy. My lips are super dry right now and it's not tugging or anything at all. So smooth. Very creamy and it feels super nice. This color reminds me of Boldly Bare by MAC. Don't you guys think that like peachy nude-ish color? Not my favorite shade, but the lip liner itself, I have to say, is very nice. I may pick up a different shade of this. As for lip gloss, I picked up the What the Fake Plumping Lip Filler with cinnamon oil, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E lip gloss. Mine is in the color Oh My Nude number 2. Doesn't really have a scent or anything, so this claims to plump your lips a little bit, so let's put this on. It has like a minty feeling already. The wand is very flexible. Up a little bit more. It's not like super like jelly and light to put on. It's a little bit sticky, and you can definitely smell the cinnamon in there. I don't know how much it's going to plump, but I do feel a little tingling, and I feel a little like minty tingling feeling, and it smells like cinnamon when you're like putting it on. It actually tastes like cinnamon too. It's like on my tongue right now. And I just realized that my makeup is matching my tank today. So that's funny. I did not do that on purpose. Okay, you guys, so here's the final full face makeup using only Essence products. And I have to say it doesn't look bad for literally spending $68 for my entire face. From primer to lips to mascara to lip gloss and everything in between. The only thing I really don't have is like highlighter. And that's really it, in like a brow pencil. But other than that, my overall thoughts, I think it came out really nice for the price point and for the price point of the products we used. I think it looks beautiful, and you can create a much prettier makeup look on your eyes than me, I feel like. So I think this eyeshadow is really nice quality for the price. So overall, I am really happy with the results. I love how my skin looks. The foundation was a little bit too light in the beginning, but I think we've managed to make it work. So I think it looks really nice. As I'm looking down at a mirror, I love the way my eyeshadows look actually from far away. Doesn't look too bad. I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon, so I don't really like that taste and smell right now, but if you don't mind it, then that might work for you. And I'm impressed with the lip liner as well. But that is it, you guys. So let's quickly go over all of the products and my thoughts on those. Let's start out with foundation. So we have the Keep Me Covered Foundation, long lasting, waterproof, and transfer proof. So I don't know about waterproof and transfer proof, although it does feel like there is nothing on my skin. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel sticky or anything like that, and I don't feel like I have to immediately take it off. I think this is a really, really great foundation, and I would honestly try and pick it up in my shade and maybe give it another shot. Although I did notice that it did kind of catch onto some dry spots all around my nose, but that could just be my skin. Sometimes that can happen to me with some foundations that are more on the matte side. Then we've got the Keep Me Covered Concealer. Mine is again in the shade number 2, Fair. I have to say I'm very impressed with this, and I love, my most favorite thing is I love the wand and the application of the wand, how flexible it is, and I like how lightweight this concealer feels as well. However, I do wish it had just a little bit more coverage because I don't want to have to use 2 products. I just want one concealer that's going to cover my under eyes and just get the job done. However, for me, this I don't think worked, only because of that coverage aspect. I would want something a little bit more. Next, we have the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder from Essence, and this is beautiful. I love it on my skin. I think it blurred my pores. It set my under eyes very well. It feels lightweight. It's not super white. It's definitely translucent. I really like how this went onto my skin. I'm very impressed, and I like this a lot, and I would definitely recommend this product. Then we have the bronzer. This is the Sun Cloud Matte Bronzing Powder. You guys saw how it literally just like saved my whole look. The foundation was so light on my face, and this made it look so much nicer. As you can see, I'm happy with the tone of this, and I think I will continue using this because it's matte just how I like them. I think the color of the powder fits my complexion really well. It's not too orange. It's not too cool tone. I'm just really happy with it overall, and you get quite a bit in this packaging here. I think if your skin tone is roughly like mine, this would look really, really nice on you. And yeah, really, really like this. Another win we have is the cream blush. You guys saw the pigment on this blush. Once again, I'm gonna swatch it for you on the back of my hand, how much pigment this bad boy has. I think it's so nice, and it smells really good. and it blends very easy. It doesn't have that like blendability to powder. However, it's not sticky. It definitely feels like a cream product, but it's not like that gross like sticky feeling, if you know what I mean. And it blends out so beautiful, as you can see. So I loved this, and I would love to see what other shades they have. Another win is this beautiful blush here, the Baked Blushes from Essence. This one again is in the number 7 Cool Coral. I love this. I think it applied so nice. This does have a little bit of like a sheen, slight shimmer to it, which I don't mind in blushes. I think this applied so nice, and the color payoff was really, really great. So yeah, I really liked it. I like how it looks on. Again, this is the color so you guys can just see. I really enjoyed this one. Quickly before I forget, we have the primer. Of course, I think this was a win also. I don't know that it did much for like my pores and anything like that, but this claims to be a hydrating primer, so I think it definitely feels hydrating on the skin. I don't know if I concentrated it so much like around my nose area, or overall maybe I just need to exfoliate a little bit more. Maybe that's why the foundation was clinging onto my skin, but I think this does a great job, and it feels so good on the skin if you have more skin on the drier side, and I love the applicator of this primer. Then we've got the liner here. This is the Princess Liner in Waterproof Black. Unfortunately, this did not work for me. My overall thoughts is I think that it is not black enough for my liking. I like my eyeliner to be really truly like jet black, and unfortunately this was not it. And I also really didn't like the applicator. And I don't like how short it is, because I think it just makes it really difficult to draw my wing. At least for me, it could be different for you and for, you know, other people. But for me personally, this did not work for those reasons. Then we've got the mascara, which unfortunately also is another one that didn't work for me. I just feel like it did nothing for my eyelashes. It definitely, as I said earlier, gives volume, a little bit of volume, not so much length. I feel like my eyelashes are just there, but I know they could look so much better. So unfortunately this didn't work for me, and especially for my under eyes, for my lower lashes, I felt like it was clumping a lot, and there's a lot of product on the brush. Then we've got the Fix It Like a Boss Transparent Fixing Brow Gel. This says it's extra strong, and I have to say I think this is my favorite thing from everything I've purchased and everything I've tried today. This is amazing. I love the brush. I love the product itself, how it feels, how it applies, how it's holding my brows. I still feel them in place. I feel like there's something in them, but it doesn't feel like crusty or sticky or anything like that. And as you can see how nicely my brows brushed up with this brush. I think the brush is like a big one in this product. Try it out, guys. Tell me what you think, but I personally really like this one a lot. Then we've got the eyeshadows. I do have to say, for the price, this is a great little quad, and you can see the payoff of the colors on my eyes. I think the eyeshadows are great quality. They do have some kickback, as I mentioned, so there is going to be a little bit of fallout, so just be aware of that when you're using these. But honestly, I think for the price, again, it's amazing. It's great. The color is there. The shimmers are there, not like super bright foiled or shimmery or anything like that, but they're there, and I've used worse eyeshadows, so I think this was really nice, but probably not something I would really reach for or use or repurchase in a different color. And lastly, we've got the lips, the 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. Mine is in the color Soft Beige. I think this is a really great lip liner. It goes on super smooth. It doesn't tug on your lips. You guys saw how dry my lips were, and it went on beautiful. The color is not my personal favorite, but that's just the color. I can just simply get a different color, but I'm really impressed with this. I really like how it went on. I really like how it feels, and yeah, I think I would recommend this. And then we have the What the Fake Plumping Lip Gloss. It's in the shade Oh My Nude, and for me, I just really don't like cinnamon, so the fact that I can taste and smell the cinnamon, I really don't like that, so I don't think I would ever reach for this and use this, so because of that reason alone. Also, I don't think that it did that much plumping for my lips either. I've just used better lip glosses, and I just don't think this specific one is really worth it in my opinion. So that is all I've got for you guys for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I really enjoyed making it and really trying out all of the products. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.